Good morning. Morning, morning. Welcome. Welcome, Lucy. Morning. Hey, Georgie. Hi, Hayley. Morning. Morning, Abby. Morning, morning. It's lovely to see you all. So just as we wait for anyone else to enter, get yourselves really comfy. All that I ask is that you're seated. So that might be, I'm kneeling on a bolster. You can kneel on some cushions. You can sit on cushions. Ideally you want to elevate your seat a little bit so that your knees are lower than your hips and your pelvis feels kind of like free. You can also sit in a chair and lean back a little if that helps support the spine. If you kind of feel like it's a bit of effort, you know, to sit up straight, you can definitely sit in a chair. Or on the edge of your bed, or even lean up against the wall. So whatever suits you. So just spend the first few minutes just navigating your comfort and just making sure that you have everything that you need. So when you arrive in what you think is going to be comfortable for you, take a few breaths and just assess whether that is right for you this morning. Because depending on what you've been doing over the weekend will kind of depend on how your body arrives to each practice that you step into. And when you think that you've found that space, that comfort, I invite you to shut down your eyes. And of course, if that doesn't feel good for you, then don't do it. Just keep the gaze really soft and cast it down towards the ground. And then hopefully you can find this sort of sense of everything around the peripheral vision just clouds out and you just have this gentle gaze down towards the floor. Find a place on the thighs or in the lap for the hands to meet somewhere. So they either meet on the body, palms down, maybe palms up if that feels nice for the chest. Palms down is super grounding. I personally like to rest one in the other because I'm kneeling and I've got a cushion there in front of me and they rest there. And that feels nice and comfy and my arms can get heavy. So just find somewhere comfortable for your arms to rest. Closing down the eyes. And perhaps noticing how you feel today, how you feel this morning. How have you arrived to your practice? And this isn't really an opportunity to judge anything that you've arrived with, if your head's busy or if you feel tired or you kind of couldn't be bothered to come. Like, it's not an opportunity to judge. It's just an opportunity to check in and say, hey body, hey mind, I'm listening to you. What's there? You're allowing a little space for the feedback. And often that's how I like to see meditation practice. You're allowing space for feedback. It's not a space to just sit and not think and be completely still and, you know, that sort of idea of meditation. So just see how you are. You ask everyone else how they're doing. Ask yourself, how am I? And if something comes up, just see it and thank it. And let it know that it's welcome in this space. If there's a sense of nervousness or anxiety or frustration, or maybe you're planning what has to happen after this practice, anticipation. Just let it be there. Let it be seen, but know that in this space it's welcome, but perhaps you don't engage with it, and this is what our practice today is going to be about. Allowing things to move through us that we choose not to engage with. So as you notice what is present for you today, can you take a slightly deeper breath than the last breath you took? Just slightly. And soften a little as you exhale. Maybe that's the space between the eyebrows and the cheeks to soften first. As you breathe in, feel a little lift in the chest. As you breathe out, can you soften your jaw and your tongue? And this is part of welcoming our body into this space, allowing it to soften. Allowing ourselves to let go a little bit around the edges. As you breathe in, feel the expansion, welcome the breath. As you breathe out, can you soften the shoulders a little, soften the arms. Make sure here that your lower jaw is away from your upper jaw, so let it drop. Let there be space in between the teeth. And as you create that space in between the teeth, it loosens, it softens the fascia from the chin down the throat. There's this line of fascia that travels all the way down the front of our body. Can you soften that all the way down the chest and down the abdomen? So for women, this is a really hard place to soften. The belly, the abdomen is really hard for us to soften. We hold a lot here. Can you use the next couple of exhale breaths to soften it? Maybe you even bring your hands to your belly. I really enjoy to just feel. And this has taken many years of practice to feel the softness in my belly. Because it's giving me feedback. I'm relaxed. My body's relaxing. One more breath, focusing on the belly, softening the belly. Release the hands away from the body if you're ready to. And now with a really soft belly, soft rib cage, soft throat, soft jaw, can you take a slightly deeper breath in now? And maybe it's not super deep yet, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be. We're going to move into a breath technique where we'll breathe at a 1 to 2 ratio. So if we breathe in for 3, we'll breathe out for 6. So it's always double, the exhale's always double. Helps us move into the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest. So take 2 more regular breaths, no breath count here. One more regular breath. Your next inhale will be for 3 counts. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Exhale and slow it right down for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Exhale really slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Couple more rounds. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now soften again. Let go of the breath. Let it breathe you. Let it be natural now. Spontaneous, gentle. Notice whether the belly tightened up a little bit. Notice whether the jaw tightened up a little bit. Release it. Can you soften again? And notice now. How are you? So I invite you to continue to breathe in that way if it felt good for you. It gives the mind a point of focus, or you can breathe naturally. Whichever breath you choose, let it be your focus. So if you're focusing on just inhale, exhale, no count, I want you to think inhale, exhale when you breathe. Or if you're using the 1-to-2 ratio breath, you're counting yourself. So that's the focus for the mind. You might say, I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. And there'll be things happening in the periphery of our mind. And that's fine, that's good. Inhaling and exhaling. But when one of these things that was on the periphery of the mind begins to interrupt our breath, just name it. Thinking. And then you choose to engage with your in-breath again. And then your out-breath. Notice when you're thinking, name it, thinking. You're saying, I see you, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to breathe. And you name your inhale, and you name your exhale. And it might happen 1,000 times that you name thinking. And that's fine. You train yourself to come back to the breath. And that is the practice. That is the practice of meditation. Observing the mind, coming back to the breath. Keep breathing. As the mind interrupts the breath, you might notice frustration. Name it. See it. Come back to the breath. Maybe the body feels uncomfortable. Name it and come back to the breath. And of course, if the discomfort in the body is too big to ignore or to come back to the breath from, I encourage you just to gently, with awareness, move a little, find something more comfortable. Keep breathing, inhale and exhale. And that might be perfect for you at this point to name the thought, name any emotion or sensation, and keep coming back to the breath. But you can add another layer to this. You can break the thought down into past, future, planning, or story. So if you realise you're thinking about your day and your to-do list, you can say planning. And you start to identify where your mind is going. Where does your mind frequently go? Are you always jumping into the future? Are you always being drawn into the past? Every time that happens, you bring yourself back to the present moment by saying, I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. That is what's happening now. I'm engaging with now. You're engaging with now, however, you're not choosing to push anything away. You're allowing it to be, but you're just not going to engage. That is meditation. Allow your next breath to be slightly deeper than the one before. As you exhale, drop your awareness down to the earth. So notice as you breathe out a slight sense of heaviness, a grounding down into the earth. Notice all the points of contact where your body touches the earth, or it touches a cushion or a blanket or a prop that you're sitting on. So we're bringing our awareness down. Take an even deeper breath in now. Breathe out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the hands to cover the heart. So one hand to chest, the other hand over the heart. And just take a moment to thank whatever came up for you in this practice. So just acknowledging anything that came up and just holding it gently with a sense of gratitude. All these parts of you are welcome. All these parts of you are welcome. Thank you all so much for your practice this morning. It was beautiful to see you. And I look forward to seeing some of you during the week and next Monday. Take care, my loves. Have a gorgeous Monday. Lots of love. Bye.